what? It's what? Oh, I what? It's what? Oh, I do simply need a break. Smoking that, don't take it right to the face, gangster!
Shit over and over. I told you what it is.
Say something different.
This is my podcast, and I'm willing to hear out other people's opinions, but if your opinion is that I should have sat there and took that, get the fuck out of here. It's not happening.
It's my podcast. Now you're going, it's my podcast.
It is my podcast.
It's my podcast. I do what I want.
You know, he was around when I was like little until like elementary school. That's when him and my mom broke up. But like, I'm gonna just be completely honest here right now. He beat the shit out of my mom one time, and I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes, and he literally almost killed her.
I've seen him since he was 4.
Yeah,
for
and I
real.
beat a bitch up, and it was what it was.
Hey, relax, bro. Hey, not for real.
See? It's sensitive.
Out of pocket, bro.
FBG Cash reacts to FBG Duck's mom. Like, you putting moms in this shit.
She dissed him.
What the fuck business is that of yours?
You thought I was black when you
No,
first
well,
got
yeah, that
invited.
too also. Well, because I already said Adam does hip hop, so I didn't know you were just the slave owner,
Hip-hop,
not the.
I knew as soon as the words started coming out of my mouth that I was wasting my fucking breath and you didn't give a fuck. I knew that right then.
I mean, then why did I text the team and help and tell them to delete it?
Bro,
Sledge Boys.
Adam 22 is an awful person. Only 2 months ago, I did a video on Poetic Flacco and No Jumper, and I talked about Adam in a positive light. Multiple times I said how the video was not trying to put a negative light on him, and I talked about how the time in 2017 when I met him as a huge fan.
Fucking watch me since the fucking Suicide Boys interview, bro.
Really?
You're fucking the realest nigga, I swear to God.
And even in the description of that video, I said this wasn't made to negatively reflect Adam or anyone at No Jumper. And it was hard for me to put that in the description because the more and more research I did for that video, the more and more it was hard for me to look at Adam in the positive light. But still, I put that in the description because I didn't want to be a channel that openly dissed people. But no longer am I going to hold my tongue on this subject. This video is 110% made to put a negative light on Adam 22. And I was on the fence about making this video, not because I didn't want to put a negative light on Adam 22, just because I'm so done with the subject and I'm so done with No Jumper. I've unfollowed all their channels and I don't ingest their content anymore. And it's not because of the cast of No Jumper. I still watch Community. I still watch Back on Fig. I still watch the content that Sharp puts out. It's 110% because of Adam 22 and how he runs his business. And through my research on the last video, I realized that Adam 22 has employed a lot of shady people. He's been a liar and hypocrite multiple times, and he's just been an overall steaming pile of shit. But we're gonna break all that down in today's video. The first reason we're gonna break down why Adam 22 is an awful person is the people that he's employed over the years. He's employed Selena Powell, a known thought, clout chaser, and fellow awful person. Here's a short list of the things that Selena's done and lied about.
Oh my god, y'all, we're really getting kicked out. Can you believe this? Don't record me, bitch.
Okay, so Thug was the best you ever had. Who was the second best?
It's a tie between like 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg.
And at the top of the list of awful things that Selena's done, she lied about having sex with Offset, which had Cardi B in real life depressed, and Adam 22 hired her after that.
You said you apologized to Cardi B.
Okay, but I'm saying...
Why you apologized to her for if it wasn't real?
Talking about? Is that what you're talking about?
Who knows? You brought it
because
up.
Because somebody told me that she cried in her bed for 3 months straight over that shit. So as a woman, yeah, I'm gonna apologize it.
That make you feel good?
No, that's
then why bring that shit up on her?
And before we get off Selena Powell, can we just talk about how this bitch looks like a goldfish? This bitch literally looks like one of the characters off of PJ's projects. But I'm done. And once all his employees left him, Adam got so desperate that he went back and found his old coke dealer and employed him.
Nah, shout out to my nigga Court, man. I'll just leave it at that, man.
Nah,
fuck.
Yo, hold on. Yo, I'm not believing all of y'all that nobody's...
Listen. All right, listen, man. Niggas Niggas is finding their old coke dealers from back in the day and bringing them on camera and shit. Like, shit is crazy, bro.
Oh my God. No, you shouldn't have said that.
Oh my God.
Adam 22 also decided to start a podcast with known racist and fellow terrible person, Danny Mullen. I think you're starting to see a theme here.
Kid has a new dream. It's pretty big. Call this piece of art Kobe Bryant in a bubble bath.
I was talking to a security guard, and he was telling me that that shopping center was for low-income people who need help with their bills. And I was like, wait, so this is a place for low-income people? And he's like, yes. And I was like, so there must be a lot of black women here. Because I was looking for black girls.
Black women for a video we're shooting. We're just trying to talk to some black girls. Do they hang out around here much? No. What race is this primarily around here? With what? So it's aid for low-income families? So that sounds like there might be a lot of black girls.
God damn.
And I can hear the people now saying, well, oh, that's the people around him and that's not his responsibility. Let's move on to the terrible things that Adam has done himself. Adam 22 once recorded 16-year-old Little Pump getting head from a woman on camera, which by definition is production of child pornography, and he should be in jail and labeled as a sex offender. Adam 22 himself has admitted to grooming a young girl, which if you guys don't know what grooming is, it's basically when a pedophile doesn't want to catch the charges of being a pedophile, so they'll meet a kid when they're in their early to late teens and then just wait until they're 18 and fuck them as soon as they turn 18 and then justify that as not being creepy and weird as fuck. But because he only talked to her on the phone when he was 23 and then waited till she was 18 to fuck her, that makes him not a weird, creepy pedophile. Because as a 23-year-old man, what the fuck are you talking to a 16-year-old about on the phone? Outside of the things that could put Adam in jail for a really, really, really long time, let's talk about how he's been a terrible boss and friend to the people around him. He took an hour and a half of his show to call Flacco's childhood friends and expose him. If you want to see more on that, go watch my video on it. He fired Lush because Lush was telling people Adam was going around talking behind AD's back that he was about to fire AD.
I honestly think, at least for now, maybe we can come to the bottom of this at some point, but it's probably better than usually. Thank you.
He exposed his longtime friend and somebody who helped him build Nojumper House Phone because House Phone a couple years back had sex with a transsexual, and then he monetized it, claimed he felt sorry for it, but then never took the video down and never took the monetization off it. And speaking of Adam 22 being a hypocrite and saying he feels sorry for something but not correcting his actions, he brought Boonk Gang on camera, who wasn't just drunk, was off of very heavy drugs, and kept him on there for 30 minutes looking like a fucking fool until he smacked his face on the wall trying to get up out of there.
Shout out to the homie Boonk.
And then said he felt sorry about it, but then clipped it multiple times, monetized all the clips, and they're still sitting up to this day. And he excused this bunk situation because they were quote unquote live. But as soon as somebody comes on his show live and tries to expose him for being a credible pedophile, they cut the show. Because he's a scumbag, and I'll let Adam tell you in his own words.
This is my podcast.
And now that we talked about the terrible things that the people around Adam has done and the things he himself has done, let's talk about the awful things that Adam has said. There's a long list of tweets of Adam projecting racism, pedophilia, homophobia, and the such. And since then, he's tried to cover his tracks by saying this was all just edgy comedy.
Even people who weren't on Twitter or weren't on social media at that time, I'm sure you've heard a million times about how Twitter used to be so crazy and the humor was like really ratchet and just ridiculous. And, you know, you've had so many different times where you've seen, you know, people who are famous or in Hollywood or whatever, where some tweet from usually around 2010 comes up and it looks crazy as fuck. And, you know, admittedly, a lot of those tweets look crazy as fuck, but, you know, a lot of them were literally just like the most offensive things that we were joking around about at the time.
So for our last segment, I'll leave you with the comedy stylings of Adam 16. So we're just gonna ignore the multiple that I put in the beginning of the video and just start from here. First one, so you're saying you wouldn't suck an 11-year-old's dick. Next one, let's fuck the kids. Here's another one where he adds Alfredo. Pretend you aren't a complete spick for a sec and turn your volume off. And probably two of the worst ones right here. Getting raped is just a part of growing up. And my advice to any young girl out there, sleep with much, much, much older men. Something tells me he was hinting at himself. And that leads us to the end of our video. Adam 22 is a piece of shit. He's a snake. He's a culture vulture. He's a pedophile. And thank God that leads to the end of this video, because I'm done talking about this bastard. Please cancel him and please get him the fuck out of our culture. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Malk back here from Fresh again. Friendly PSA for you guys. Fuck Adam 22. Fuck No Jumper. Fuck everything they got going. Unfollow them and follow Fresh right now. I haven't been uploading lately. Just a quick update for you guys. As you can see, I won my last kickboxing fight in grand fashion, and now that that's over and I got some time between fights, I'm gonna be uploading more often. I'm gonna be doing more things, streaming more, and the thing that's been holding me back the most from uploading is getting this computer done. And the last thing that I needed was my processor, and it just came in the mail today. So as soon as I get this video rendered and put out off of this old computer, I'm gonna put this new computer together and we're gonna start streaming, playing video games. Now that the fight's over and done with and we got it done, you can see where I'm gonna put it up. Watch. As you can see, I put that motherfucker's liver in the bleachers, and we're gonna do it again and again. But till we got the next fight going, more content and more videos. It's gonna be at least 2 or 3 a week minimum. We're gonna be bringing that good content. So follow, subscribe, Malk the Marvelous on everything, Fresh ENT on everything, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, all that good stuff. We will be back again, and we will be back soon. Peace.